Good afternoon and welcome to the Red Mic. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I've picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message: the value of post gaming. I talked about pre gaming yesterday, of course. So, post gaming. But I'm going to talk about post gaming in relation to you just finished a leadership, not excuse me, you just finished a business conference or a business seminar of some type. This, of course, was an association group. It was the Texas State Agency Business Administrators Association conference. It was in South Lake. Great conference. I emceed the weekend and met a lot of nice folks I'd never met before. So, conference takeaways. The seminars, well, they delivered some really, I think, some interesting and valuable insights, not just about, state agency business stuff, but, general business as well. You may recall that on Monday, I actually highlighted the, uh, the speaker that talked first in the day. She talked about what she called emotional brilliance. It's the whole emotional quotient, emotional intelligence thing. Well, she called it emotional brilliance, and she went on to define that. So some good information there. Plus, it was some great networking, and also some peer learning as well. Had opportunities to meet people that I'd never met before, talk with them about what's going on at their agencies. Um, Also got an opportunity to get to know them as people too. That's always a plus. Um, we had a lot of meals together and all of that. Plus, last night there was a casino night. We got to play for free, and then there was a depending on how many chips you got, you then got to trade those chips in for raffle tickets, and the uh, the door prizes were great. I won $100 gift card to Target at the casino night last night, and during the day I got a Pappas gift card as part of one of their door prizes. But I actually used the casino night as part of my intro this morning. I said, "How'd everybody do last night? Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. I hope you didn't have too much stress over the person next to you drawing on a four when the dealer was showing a six." you know, uh, if you don't know blackjack, generally, if it looks like the dealer might have 16 or less and be forced to draw, and that draw is probably not going to, if they drew a 10 and that would mean they would bust. Generally, your standard blackjack system, you don't draw. You let them take the truck, and they bust and you win with a 14 or whatever. Well, first table I was at, this lady, I kid you not, she was drawing on everything and busting all the time. And two or three hands in a row, she busted, and then the dealer drew a four and beat all of us at the table or whatever it was. So um, I got frustrated pretty quickly with that and got up and left, and then ended up, you know, doing well later. And like I said, I won a few tickets and I won that Target card. So, but the networking was great. Sometimes it can be over an adult beverage, sometimes it can be over coffee, and the networking was great. The peer learning was good. Now, peer learning, why is that important? Well, you get shared experiences, and you can also get fresh perspectives because obviously they're not people you work with every day. You don't know them. You can learn what sort of practical solutions they came up with um, in similar situations, or maybe even the exact same situation. State of Texas agencies right now are in, they just concluded their biennial strategic planning process. And now the next part of all of that is doing our annual financial reporting and also what is referred to as the Legislative Appropriations Request, the LAR. So we got to talk about stuff like that too, and it was a good time. What else do you get at things like that? You get to talk about their approaches and how maybe your assumptions about the way a certain thing should be done or has been done might give you a different perspective. You get to look at different alternatives to what you're doing. That sparks your creativity. Maybe you hear something that they do and you think, well, maybe I don't want to do it like that, but I could play it off of that and, go this direction. So it's just a good opportunity. Now, what's next? As you move forward, you should try to stay connected to these people. Exchange info at these events, get their business cards, get their, email addresses, all of that jazz. Keep them in mind for future collaboration. Try to implement the things that you did, experiment, share your results, adapt to what you're doing, what they're doing, and then pay it forward. When you reach out to these folks, take what you learned, bring it home, and try to implement peer learning in your organization with the people in your chain, or maybe even outside of your chain. Make it an entire organizational opportunity for learning and growth. Last but not least, maintain your momentum. Continue to drive your innovation and success. Use all those tools that you picked up, whether it was in an educational seminar course or whether it was the networking or maybe a combination of all of it. Keep exploring, keep connecting, and keep pushing those boundaries. And that's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you will join me tomorrow. These Red Mike messages are, again, ideas that I've picked up in my 25 years, mainly as a public servant. This today implemented a little bit of the whole idea of post-gaming, whereas yesterday I talked about pre-gaming. I would invite you to like, follow, and share, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or Spotify. Again, I hope you will join me next time. I appreciate you very much. And remember, life is short. Drink the bourbon.